Kynny, Vixen, Coddiwomple Convos, give it a listen. Kynny, Vixen, what you talking about? Hi guys, how are you all doing today? I think I did it right. Did I finally get it right? Did you guys hear the whole song? Did I do it good, guys? Pulling up my chat. All right. Let's see. Hi, Khaleesi. Hi, Mary. How Roses. Christine. Hi, Michelle. Lara. Girly. Did I get everybody? Yes, you guys. I'm almost profesh. I nailed it. Finally. It's only Coddiwomple number 7 and 6 After Darks. Lucky number what? What's 6 plus 7? 13? Lucky number 13. So glad you guys are here. I just decided, you know what? Screw it. Nobody else is on right now. Hi, Gil. And I figured I was sitting here, actually, I was writing out a really long post and I was going to post it for my YouTube, kind of like I would on my Twix. But I didn't want to post it on my Twix because I have other posts on my Twix I'm trying to get going right now that I don't want to post too much stuff. And I will show you guys. We'll talk about that in a second too. But what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. I hate it when I do that. Oh, I was writing a post about the Beast games. Do any of you watch that, or have any of you guys seen? Hey, no. Gussie's picking on Lucy, you guys. Did you see it? I think it might have been caught on camera. Maybe it was Lucy picking on Gussie, and I'll find out that it's been her the whole time. So my chat over here is behind. What are you guys saying? I got up kind of early today for a Saturday. I woke up to bocce. Okay. Yes, Mr. Beast. Now, mind you guys, I know there's something going on with him, but I'm just watching this games. And the thing that I was posting about, I saved it because I decided instead of making a post, I would just come on here and say what I thought and then see what you guys thought about this certain piece, just this one piece of the game. Because, you know, it's savage. People are trying to win $5 million. It's a savage ass game. But there's one part of the game that really just upset me today when I was watching it. And I haven't quite finished it. So don't tell me the very end. Let's see. I've heard of Mr. Beast, but not the Beast games. Okay, Roses, this is the second one. And these people come to this city that he built and they compete and do all these challenges of different kinds to win $5 million, or sometimes things along the way. They've also won a $1.8 million island. It's called the Beast Games. I believe it's on Prime, Netflix. I don't know. So yes, yes, apparently there is some sort of a lawsuit showing up about him now. Some one of our creators talked about it. Go find that because she did a little short, I believe. Um, Laura's saying big time there has been for a long time. So problems with him, with the dude who's the Mr. Beast guy. Um, oh, well, into the thick of it. I really didn't mean to send us off on the lawsuit stuff, but feel free. I haven't really paid attention to that yet. I just want to talk really quick though about the aspect of the lawsuit that, or see, now I'm saying lawsuit. You guys got my stoner mind confused. That happens sometimes when I'm talking on lives and I'll say something and then when I'm going over it, I'm all, dang it, I totally said that wrong. I hate that. Um, I think I saved it. Okay. I put it in a note on my computer. My thoughts. And so I'm just going to read you guys what I wrote. It might have, Michelle, it might have been, I feel like it was not actually Golden or LGA. That's my feeling. It's one of those two, I think. I could be wrong. It could have been Katie and Casey too. I don't know. I guess that's not super helpful. But he how he allows bullying. Well, okay. So let me just read you guys what I wrote. So there's a part of this game, for those of you who don't know, where he puts he puts $1,000,000 in the middle of the square. Not to spoil it. Spoiler alert. Getting towards the end of the game, when they're down to the last 10 players, they put $1,000,000 in the middle of this city. And one by one, first this time they chose I can't remember last year, but this year they chose a team captain. And then they all got buried alive. And they had to be under the ground until the person ahead of them got done. And then they got dug out, and then they go, and they each take a turn, and the captain goes first. And what they do is they go in, they see the first guy sees $1,000,000 sitting in front of them, and they have to decide how much of that money they're going to take. And nobody's getting eliminated, everybody gets to stay. It's $1,000,000, 10 players. Theoretically, each one could walk away with $100,000. And so everybody before they go in is like, yeah, let's be fair. Now, granted, last year, most of them did it fairly. Most of them, I could never be buried alive either, Christina. Never. That's that's a lot of what I could only think about that the whole time. And literally, you guys, they were in there for hours. Hours. So anyways, theoretically, each of the 10 people could walk away with $100,000 a piece, and then they just continue on their merry way in the game. But as the person gets to the money, whoever is there first gets to decide for themselves, how much are you going to take of this $1,000,000 and leave for the next guy? Do you just want to take $100,000? Or you want to take $1,000,000? Do you want to take a couple 100,000? One of the guys did take a nap, Khaleesi. One of the guys did take a nap. They would survive. There were cameras, walkie-talkies, people on standby. I couldn't do it regardless. As soon as they closed the door, I would panic. They were pretty big though, pretty big spaces, but still not for me. They put like dirt on top of them. Um, but anyways, so before they go, they all decide on a team captain and who do they feel is the most trustworthy. And they are going to vote for the most trustworthy person as their captain. So, last year, most of the people took what they were supposed to. There was one guy who took like 600 and something thousand for himself. It didn't bode well for him in the rest of the game. So this year, they pick their captain and they send him on his merry little way. And he, the captain, who they chose as the person they trust the most, and they all agreed, we're all going to just take our share. And then we'll just go on to compete for the rest of the money. The first guy, and I know I'm spoiling this for you guys, but I have to. So the first guy up takes 250. So now he's taken 1.5 shares away from the other 9 people. And so I'm watching this as some of them come up and they're like, really? And then they're like, well, what's that divided by 8 or whatever the number was behind them? And they divided it up and they only took a portion. Yeah, I said spoiler alert. I'll put it in the title for later. But I have to spoil it, Khaleesi. I'm sorry. I know it's I'm only spoiling the first guy, which you see out the gates. I'm not going to tell you what the rest of them did. I'm just going to tell you that not all of them were like, I'm just going to take my portion. And I'm watching it and I'm like, so basically, this challenge in particular is a challenge about, to me, in my opinion, how trustworthy are you? Are you a person of your word? What is the price for your word or your integrity, I guess? And people will frame this differently, kind of depending on how they see it. For me, that's how I kind of saw it. Like, theoretically, everybody could get an even piece of the pie here and all have something to take home to their families. But that's not how all people play. So this is what I wrote. I'm watching the Beast games and I'm so disappointed in the way some humans can be. People sell out their integrity and it just hurts my heart to see it. People think that money is going to be everything to them. They forget that karma is real, and selling your integrity for money is a good way to find that out. My opinion. I get it that people are hard up in this world, but damn, man. And I'll preface that by saying, I'm not living high on the hog. I'm not particularly, but moving on. But damn, man, you have a choice to split 1 million with 10 people to whom you've given your word and still get 100K, which I understand is not $1 million, and you lie. I guess I don't value money like that. I would rather continue to struggle than sell out my integrity. I don't know. If the game is a game of bluff to win, that is different. But when you have an opportunity to keep your word and win money, that seems like a no-brainer to me. I guess I'm just not money focused or money motivated like that. I just think that money is going to be spent really fast. I'm sure many people wouldn't bat an eyelash about it and wouldn't lose sleep. Some people could just forget. But I don't like to win by cheating, and it feels like cheating to me when you lie to people to whom you've given your word. I personally would never forget that I broke my word, and I would worry that karma was coming to take what I had for it anyways. What do you guys think? All right, so that's what I wrote. And, this isn't really meant to be a dig at anybody. I see how people need to do what they need to do to feel that they're protecting their family. I just, particularly myself, I'm more afraid of like I just I the I've seen people in this game do well for keeping their word, and a lot of them did. And it actually upset me to the point I cried. I like started to cry. I was like, you need to chill out. Maybe you need to talk to someone about it. So here I am. I'm talking to you guys with my sensitive self and it just hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings when the other people walked up there and were like, really? Really? I mean, it's a game of strategy and all those things. But this particular part. To me, it was just a part where I don't know. You guys can watch it and watch how the season plays out and make your own opinions about the people and what they do and how they do that. But like for me, I was just like, oh, I guess I could never do this kind of a thing. I know I couldn't, but because I'm too much of like, it just didn't feel like good sportsmanship, I guess, as an athlete my whole life. I don't like to win unless I won your ass. When I beat you, I want it to be because I beat you fair and square. That's just how I am. Let me see what you guys have to say. All right, I know I missed a lot. There's way more people in here. 11. It's a lot for me to keep up with. I'm trying to lean back from the mic when I get happy because I know that I'm very loud, and I apologize, you guys, if I'm hard on your ears. Let me see if I gotta make this bigger. And then I gotta see what you guys are saying. And it's gonna take me a second to kind of read what you guys are doing. I'm gonna skip a lot of stuff. Money comes and money goes, says Khaleesi. Facts. Michelle, cheating is wrong in any context. Lara, it feels ugly and gross. You guys are my people. You guys are my people. Like, and it could be the way I framed it. So definitely feel free to make your own decision and like let me know if you see it differently if you were to watch it. But like, ugh, I was dying. I was dying. And every person that got up there and did the right thing, I'm all good for you, so and so, good for you. I don't know. That's just me, girls. No, it's not just me, it's you guys too. Let's see. Christina, I agree, Kynny, but then again, I could be happy living in a 1990s mobile home. And Christina, that's part of my point. Like, I'm so not money motivated in my life. I'm not necessarily gonna have the same feelings about this maybe as other people who just are want for more. I just know that like I can't even hardly tell like the tiniest little white light or I just freak out. I can do like a poker face if like that's the game. If the game is like I got to bluff you, I'm going to try to bluff you. But if the game is everybody can have an equal piece of this winnings here and everybody can have the opportunity to go home with something from here, choosing, depending on what they choose to do with it moving forward, but they have it, everyone. I'm a we can all shine bright kind of person. Like I don't need to be the star or the biggest or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Um, Lar trainer, Lara. I don't know why I said Lar trainer. That's weird. Did my chat jump? I thought you did say I would feel horrible. Um, Mary agrees. Yes, I'm coming out, Mary. You're new around here. Yes, I definitely can get very activated depending on I'm a very raw and emotional sort. And so while I am very feisty and take no shit, it's 20 minutes in. I'm also highly sensitive and extremely logical. So I'm an interesting mix. I'm a Virgo sun and a Pisces moon. So I'm like the analytical, emotional. It's a whirlwind. They're opposites. Let's see. Okay, I think I caught up with you guys. That wasn't as bad as I thought. It just seemed overwhelming at first. I did skip a lot. I tried to look for just stuff about this, and I'm sorry if I missed something you really wanted me to see. You can put it in there again. Let's see. Well, you guys made me feel better because I thought people were going to be like, hell no, get that money at all costs. I'm not an at all costs kind of girl. I literally would lie awake wondering, like, oh, fuck, is today the karma takes it all from me? I shouldn't have lied. I shouldn't have lied. You know what I mean? Like, I get really upset. Like, I don't like to be misunderstood. I'm an over explainer for that reason. I get really upset when people do misunderstand me or think that I've said something. It's people I care about. I really get upset when they think I've said something mean to them or something. But let's see. Michelle says you missed my comment about starting a new Google. Yes, Michelle is the master of Google Docs. If you need a Google Doc, she's the one to contact. Let's see. You guys are talking about sleeping. Sleeping? Why are you talking about sleeping and where you're sleeping? I try really hard when I'm in the chats to only go rogue with the chat just a little. But you know what's hard about this chat is there's no blue. There's no blue and there's no green. You all look you are all on the exact same level. Nobody's working. Nobody's monitoring. Nobody sticks out. Oops, I got the wrong mouse. I have 2 computers and 2 mouses. Oh my God, I guess I just remembered something, you guys. There's a dead mouse out back. I just remembered that when I said mouse. I have to clean it up. I don't want to. I hate it. This is when I wish there was a boy I could call and be like, dude, please, I hate this. I don't do well with those kinds of things. Let's see. All right. Well, I guess that's the end of that convo. That was my main thing I wanted to talk about, but did you guys see my latest short video? Who saw it? I can pull it up and play it. Michelle, she's trying to make Google Doc friends in the chat as we speak. Oh, Laura's being artistic. She's doing something good with her energy, and I'm over here being mad. I'm not really mad. I just got upset. Like, it upset me on like a hurt feelings kind of level more than I cried. Like I said, I cried a little bit. You know, it's not an easy game. There's a lot of it that I see that I'm all, I wouldn't, I couldn't have done that to somebody. I couldn't have done, and you get that feeling a lot throughout the game. Um, like, what is your limit? Like, what is your monetary limit? Does everyone have one? And if you're playing for people you love, and these are people you've only known for this whole game, what do you prioritize there? And for most of the game, I can understand it, except that I've seen, stop, this guy, he always shows up. He always shows up when I'm trying to do this, trying to touch me. Don't. Man, he always wants to touch me with his cold nose, and then I like twitch and freak out. This is Gussie, for those of you who've not met him or seen him before. But I just caught myself on the TV, and I got sidetracked looking at what I was doing because it's a little bit behind. I know he always needs the pets, and the problem with that is that he's very insistent. So like, if I pet him at all, it just activates him. It doesn't like satiate him. Is that the right word? Doesn't satiate him. I think that's the right word. It makes him worse. So I can't even like touch him and be like, good boy, because see, now he's pushing on my fan. He's probably going to go push on my drinks and try to knock them over. Okay, he's not. Gussie, can you stop? Please stop. I'm trying to do something. You're putting your tail in my drink. Can you just lay down? There you go. Just stay. All right. So did any of you guys see my video that I put up? Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to see it? About Blake? It's short. Pull up the video, Kynny. Thank you, Mary. I just needed someone to say do it. First, I have to remember to do share. Last time I shared, I thought you couldn't see us on video, but then when I went back, at least to make a short, you could see us. So I'm all, you can't even see us, but you actually could see us. Share. Gus, I'm going to make you get down. Come on. Go. Sorry, he's out of here for now. Sorry, Mary, he's got to go. I can't deal. If he would just like, oh, he's back, but maybe he'll behave now that I pushed him down. All right. Chrome tab. Oh, I have to open the Chrome tab first. Let me do that. I have to have something to share before I can share it, right? Yes. You're here for the, of course you are, Michelle. Michelle wants him to have a spot on the show, but he does have a spot on the show because he always shows up. Yeah, Oscar. Come here. I don't know if he'll show up. He doesn't like to be up here with Gussie. Because Gussie, he's like too much for everyone in some way. He picks on Lucy and makes her cry. Oscar and Bija are like, nah. Every once in a while, they'll let him get close. Okay, I need to go to my own page. Oh, I see a comment from Michelle. She's seen it so far. All right. Are you guys having a good weekend? 919 views. I have to take a screenshot of that. That's my birthday. 919. I love that kind of stuff. I have a thing with numbers. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream. I didn't mean to scream into the microphone, but I got excited for a second. 919 views. Happy birthday views number. I always say happy birthday to myself when I see it on the clock too. Happy birthday time. Happy birthday time. Pause. All right. I have the volume all the way up, just so you guys know. Yeah, I do dog sitting, and you never know what kind of dog you might see in the background. Lucy is mine. I've had her for a couple of years. Her owner passed away, and I had watched her once, and so they brought her to me, and I just kept her. So let's see. Now that I've got that pulled up, I can go back over here. Oh, Khaleesi, are you going because Bocce said she loved that movie so much, the Yumi and Tuscany? It's fun to go see movies sometimes. Why didn't that work? Share screen. Tab. Why isn't it working? Window. Tab. Doesn't, oh, there we go. It didn't want me to do it at first. Okay. Sorry, I'm watching the computer to see what happens. I believe I'm sharing it, but oh, okay, I am. Okay. Why won't this get off my screen? I want to see the screen. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, you guys can see it. So I'm just going to play it. It's a short one. How can I make it? Oh, whoops. That was Lucy singing. Under the boat. Stop. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, you guys. Sorry. Oh, no. It's going to do it again. I hate looking at short. Down by the... Please stop.
I'm sorry. But did Blake Lively just use the word born to describe Isabella?
So powerful, and it was never something, you know, this is it's a movie you should see in theaters. You don't see movies like this anymore, where you get to see like movie stars being born. I mean, this is Isabella. Movie stars being born. I mean,
once again, Blake being a hypocrite. She can say born, she can say sexy, she can say whatever she wants.
Can I just sit? Can I just sit? Yeah. There's a chair right there. Just the closest distance. I know it seems so ridiculous. I don't think it's even ridiculous. You know what the problem? The reason they're so sexy is because it's just like naked. The reason they're so sexy is because it's just like naked.
But if Justin or Jamie say it, harassment. I'm sorry. But did Blake Lively
Okay. Did that work? I wish that you guys were more caught up with me on the computer so that I could tell. Huh. Can you guys hear me? Am I talking into the void? Okay, good. So, yeah, I was watching Bocce's live last night, and she was playing this video, which is only 10 minutes long. And I know she kept stopping it, but it really felt like it was like an half an hour long interview. It was like so boring. Every single one in that video was so boring. Brandon was boring. Isabella was boring. That other guy barely even spoke, and Blake did most of the talking, and she was lame. But yeah, I just thought it was pretty funny how I was like, did she just say a movie star is born? We are not allowed to talk about birth, Blake, remember? Can't be birthed into a role. How can you be born to be a movie star or be a movie star being born? That's what she said. It's annoying. So I thought I'd make a video about it as fast as I could. So I've also been making wanted posters. Those are pretty funny. I started missing posters. I started with Blake because her integrity is missing, even though Ryan says she has it. Anyways, I guess I don't really have much else to say. I just kind of wanted to come on and talk for a few about how I was feeling about the Beast game thing and see if I was alone in that feeling or if other people felt that way, or I don't know, maybe somebody else could give me some other perspective on it that I'm not thinking about. But thanks, Mary. I appreciate that. It was a good little video. I rushed it together, but I just was so annoyed. And any other thing that we can find to point out where she says one thing and does another, I'm happy about, because I haven't seen that yet. I hadn't seen someone take that specific clip and make that specific comparison. And not that I'm, I don't see everybody. I'm sure somebody could have seen it or whatever, but I hadn't. So I figured if I hadn't, then probably some other people that I know hadn't either. Thanks, Michelle. It didn't seem to rushed. Good. It was. I have a really hard time with perfectionism, with especially like things being lined up on the screen, showing up at the right time. I get really crazy about things being lined up perfectly and spaced right. And so I didn't spend quite as much time checking those really fine details. So when I watch it, I'm all, I should have fixed that. I should have fixed that. But that's not as bad as when you're in a live and you make a statement and then you realize you said the wrong thing. I hate that's even worse. I tried to correct it with the video. It was about the word pick me, because I was saying that pick me wasn't what it was, but I knew that it was what it is. I just got it backwards in my mind what I was trying to say, because I was trying to say, because they were saying Colleen is a pick me. And I was saying, we got to find another word for it. But that wasn't right. We don't need to find another word for it. But it does mean a young woman who's trying to gain. Oh, it was was it Plank? Was it her? Well, it could really go with either one of them for the most part, but the actual definition is a young woman who's basically like on the guys' team against other women to like get their attention. And I was saying that it was a woman who wants to sleep with that guy. And that is not what it means. I got that in my head because what I actually should have said, not what I meant to say, because I said what I thought I meant at the time, but what I should have said and what I really meant was, that's what the people online accuse you of wanting when they call you a pick me. So they say pick me, meaning you just want to sleep with him. And that's not the case. It doesn't mean that, and nobody wants that. both of those things. So I said it like all backwards and jumbled in the live. I said that it did mean that you wanted to sleep with them, and and so I got it backwards, and I hate that because I can't rewind time and fix what I said, but I did fix it with words on the screen when I redid the video for a shorter video. I was like, I lied. That's not at all what I meant, and that's not what it means. It does mean what they were saying. I like to call myself out on stuff like that. I will always admit when I'm wrong, as long as I'm actually wrong and there's proof that I'm wrong. All right, well, you guys are talking about food and you're making me hungry. And so, let's see, Roses says, Colleen has called me a pick-me person, but it reminded me of Bohemian Diva making up the pick-me plank nickname for Liz recently. Okay. Yeah, see, it could totally fit a number of people in the scenario. Who it does not fit are people like myself or like you guys. We are not supporting Justin's side of this case because we want to get in his pants. That's not even real, okay? We are also not, looks like I got short hair. We are also not supporting him because we want his attention. No. We're supporting him because the evidence has proved so far that he is telling pretty much the complete truth, almost verbatim. This whole time his story has stayed the same. Everything has proved that. It has nothing to do with wanting Justin or wanting to be one of the boys. Like, get over yourselves. So stupid. I had to break it to Bocce this morning that sometimes I can be mean. She was like, but you're not mean, Kynny. Are you? I was all, yes. But it's always, and that's not an excuse, but it's always in retaliation. Don't start shit. There won't be no shit. Don't start a fire. You won't get my smoke. That's all I can say. I've been trying to be better. I think I have been better, but some people need that smoke. Sorry. I don't dwell on it. I give them the smoke, and then I go on about my business, and I take it to my personal spaces, and I talk about it there if I need to. Let's see. You guys are still talking about food. You're making me hungry. What am I gonna eat for dinner? Oh, you just caught up with my convo about the mouse? That's weird. Mary was there when I had to admit that I can be mean to Bocce. I didn't like having to admit that to her, of all people. She actually said, "Oh, Kynny, I subscribed to your channel." And I was like, "Ooh, I don't think you'll like it." Made me feel really good, but I don't think she'll like my channel. I'm a little too hard in the paint, I think, for her. But it's only at people who deserve it. I mean, people can come hard in the paint at me too if they want to. I ain't scared. Can't hurt me. Christina says everyone can be mean. That's true. Everyone can be mean. Some people just don't show it as often, or some people are really good at keeping it hidden too. I like to speak my mind. I like to be raw with my feelings. I have found throughout my life that people appreciate that. You know what you're getting over here. Um, so, Christina says, I think Bocce will enjoy your channel. Kynny, you are funny. I know, but like, I'm afraid she's gonna think I'm mean. I'm afraid. I don't want her to think I'm mean. I'm not. I'm actually so not mean. I'm just like, I'm just like, I don't know what the word is. Mary says, according to Blank, we are all meanies. So, you know what? I'm not going to blame Blake for the fact that I have been mean, but because I am responsible for myself, my actions, the things I say and do. Nobody makes me say anything. And just for the record, anybody out there who's lurking for any reason at all, nobody tells me what to say, what not to say. I have never been asked to defend anyone whom I have ever defended. I have done that of my own free will in the way I chose to do it. That is not a reflection on said person that I may be defending at the time. But I'm a big girl and I do what I want. I do try to be careful depending on who I may be defending, that I maybe don't go as hard in the paint as I might for someone else. But PSA for anyone who thinks anyone's telling me to do anything, that's not happening. Michelle says, same, Christina. I think Bocce will be good watching Kynny. She might be. I don't know. I did make her laugh, but I had to be honest. Direct. Michelle says, I am direct. I am not mean. And Christina says, I am passionate. I am passionate. I am emotionally passionate. And I don't like injustice and bullies. Exactly, Christina. I don't. I don't think, it's great to make a habit of if I have something to say to someone in their comments, I will. I don't go back and back and back. I do if they come back to me and we're having like a thing, but like I don't go back just to go back and keep arguing with the person usually. And a lot of times I'm the first one to stop responding. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never gone to a creator's page and told them about themselves before. I have. But I don't, I state my case to them and then I'm out of there. And then I go talk about it in my own space if I need to. So, and a lot of those people I never hear about again because they're just off my radar. But sometimes things come up and I hear about them and I might feel the need to correct some mistaken statements, maybe. Or maybe just point out some things people might not know. Roses says, I am mean at times. I know it's not something I'm necessarily proud of. And like I told you guys, when I first showed up on the Twitter Twix, I was pretty nice. Like I thought I could have like a debate with somebody, not necessarily a conversation, because I'm very stern in my position, but maybe a debate. But no, there's no debating. People turn mean really fast. And then I started to be like, oh, this is a boxing match when we come together. I see. Okay. And then I started, I don't go to other people's pages looking for things to be mad about. If it comes up or they repost someone I follow, I might. But other than that, I keep stuff on my own page. And if people come to me to argue, okay, I'm down for a while. Usually I will school you and fool you and then block you. Mary says everyone also has a different definition of mean, so can't worry about other people like that. That's true. I mean, I am who I am. I just, and in the general world of things, I couldn't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me. But I hold Bocce in a high regard. And I know that she's just a really nice person. And so, but it is what it is. It's all in the name of love. Just Khaleesi says she has her moments. Yeah. You guys are pretty good at being nice. Christina's good at being nice. Khaleesi's good at being nice. Michelle, I've seen her tell some people some things, but not in a not nice way per se. Yeah, Mary, I'm too old for that now. I can't use that as an excuse anymore. I guess I probably could, because people don't often realize that I am too old for that now. But I could say that, but it's not though. And so that wouldn't be honest. It wouldn't be honest to say that would be the reason, because I can act like this any day of the week if it's called for. Because in my general life, there's no, the only drama I ever experience is online. I don't have drama in my real life. What? I don't keep dramatic people in my world. I don't got time for that or the energy for it. But Christina says, "Oh, I definitely have my moments. I just genuinely am private about it." Yeah. But that seems nice to me, that you just keep it to yourself. I'm over here on my Twix, if that person, usually it's just Blake and them though. It's not like there's a lot of persons, but if someone comes for me or someone does something shitty, I probably will talk some shit. I probably will. Luckily, Blake and them get the majority of it though. I try to, if I have to be in negative energy, I can use it to fight the darkness. Mary says, "I don't know how that works. I just blame everything on that and I don't even get one." Well, there you go. See, you can use it as an excuse, whether it's true or not, I suppose. It's a good one to shut people down. There are certain things you can say. I'm not the kind of person who would, but there's a lot of things you can say to keep people from asking questions in general. It's how people stay private about things. I don't know often the word of private. I've always been very I'll tell you pretty much anything kind of girl. Don't have a lot to hide in general. I was trying to think, do I have any secrets that nobody knows? I don't know if I do. It does take too much energy to be and stay angry. Christina, I agree. I'm glad that I am not as angry as I was before. I can now, once again, be annoyed and then move on. Getting towards the end of last year, though, I was not being able to move on. I was living all up in my angry when I woke up, angry all day. Every time something came out about the case, I was just like, I'm going to lose my shit. And they did. The great unsealing was what pushed me over the edge. Not only just for the fact that it was so much, like a literal avalanche, but so annoying and triggering. It just sent me over the edge. It was just a lot. I couldn't deal after that. I had to like woo-saw. Luckily, my job during the Christmas season forced me away, and it helped a lot. Christina, I'm an oversharer. I am too. I'm really bad though about like asking people questions. Like I'm the kind of person, like if someone's telling me something, the information that I get from them generally is only what they give me. I don't usually like ask for more. And sometimes I'll come away and I'll be just talking in general about like someone I was talking to, not like secret or anything. And I'll get asked, well, what about this? And I'll be like, I don't know. I didn't ask. And they're like, how could you not ask? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't ask questions. I'll just take what information you're willing to give. Mary says, the difference with everyone on this live and some other people is that we can all admit when we're wrong, say sorry, correct the misinformation, and then move on. Facts. Facts, Mary. Facts. Michelle says 100%. Christina says exactly, Mary. Everyone here is very logical. Even if the emotions trigger, everyone here can come back and be like, my bad. I was a bitch. And then we move on. It's true. I've had to apologize to Laura, Christina, and Michelle so far. In the time that I've known them. I had to apologize to a whole group chat because I woke up pissed off that I was missing a live and was really short-tempered with everyone and was like, meh. And then I had to say sorry. Sorry, guys. I didn't really mean it. I was just really mad. Mary says, and it does say something that Kynny could have cussed me out in the chat this morning, but she very graciously accepted my apology and we moved on, and now here we are. Mary, that's really funny because I don't even know. I can't even remember. I'm really hard to offend. So it might be that, I honestly don't even remember. So don't carry that, whatever it was. But I'm glad we worked it out. Michelle says, oh, I'm bad and always ask more, sometimes too much. I can see that, Michelle. I can see that about you. Mary says, you're not mean, Kynny, and I won't believe it. You might. I don't know. My friends here who do know me and have known me for a long time and have seen pretty much the ins and outs of the best and worst of me, they don't seem to think I'm mean. But I'm, of course, going to give myself a harder time than anyone else is going to, because that's what self-reflective people do. I am highly self-reflective, and I get really annoyed by people who are not highly, or at least slightly self-reflective. I'll take a slightly in some situations. Christina's like me. She says, Michelle, I'm the opposite and don't ask enough so people think I'm not interested. Yeah, I mean, I can always look interested well, maybe not. I don't know, I take that back. I wonder if people think that about me, Christina. I never thought about that. Jessica Lacey says, it's okay to say you're sorry. Christina says, that's what real friends are. That's right. And it's not like, it happens how often? Not very often. Maybe like once so far with each of you. Christina and Laura, Khaleesi maybe too. I don't know. Khaleesi might have been part of that too. They get the apologies at the same time. No, there's been a couple. But like not because I was being a bitch, just sometimes misunderstandings, miscommunications maybe. but nothing serial. Nothing serious. Lemon pound cake. Lemon pound cake. Blake's not having fun. Lemon pound cake. 10 claims dismissed one by one. Lemon pound cake. Ryan's yelling at everyone. The meltdown's begun. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. Oh. Yes, I'm getting lots of points on the board for not mean. Christina says I'm not mean. Michelle never took anything offensive that I said to her. I'm kind of a ball buster like Blake. I can use my teeth though sometimes, but I like to give people shit. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like that. My besties, I give a lot of shit to, but I can take a lot of shit too. Like it's just, like funny. Mary, you like that too? You ask too many questions. Well, people can just say I don't really want to say too much more, or I don't really want to talk about it. Not my place. It's not my place to say or tell. Christina says, Kynny, you have to give yourself some space because you are going through a lot. That's true. That's true, Christina. That's true. Let's not talk about it though, because I'll cry. But that's true. I was going through a lot. When am I gonna collab with Michelle? Michelle's trying to push a song collab between me and DFJ. It's not that easy. Like, I wrote the chorus to Lyman Pound Cake. She could potentially write the verses if she wanted to. I haven't been inspired to. I tried to and it didn't work, and then I never went back to it. The Milk Jugs song came out like that. Like it just flew out of me. I didn't even have to think about it. It just was like, brrr. But the Lyman Pound Cake one hasn't. So that's not to say the inspiration might not strike at some point, but so far it hasn't. So she could take that and run with it if she wanted to. I mean, it's kind of like a dual collab in my opinion, because I would have never come up with Lyman Pound Cake if it wasn't for DFJ anyways. So she really should, she can take half the credit for that one if she wants to. Gelth is the only, Gelth, you hanging out with the ladies. What's the ladies? A lady. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. And the lady is mine. Who are you talking to, Michelle? I don't need any more Google Docs. The one that I have is overwhelming enough. I abandoned it. Never went back. I need color coded like an outline. Hi, Holly. I know. Can you imagine me in chat on a stream together though? We might be too much. We would be ridiculous. And poor Elena couldn't even probably be there because we would just overtalk her the whole time. And she's really funny. You don't want to overtalk her. She's hilarious. We'd both be laughing and singing and saying the F word. No more Google Docs for me. Mary's coming in with the color coding. But hi, Holly, good to see you. A song collab. She doesn't sing though. I don't think she sings. But she could write the words and I could sing it for sure. I also got the tab for my ukulele to play clouds. I was going to do that and then I just never did. I started my channel and I abandoned my music. I still have another video I haven't put up of a cover to Lose Control by Teddy Swims. I haven't put that up and I recorded it months ago at the same time that I recorded the other ones. Thank you for coming, Mary. It was so fun to have you. I appreciate you being here. Eat your spicy shrimps. I wish I had some spicy shrimps. I love spicy shrimps. I like shrimps and I like spicy. Enjoy. Yes, Christina. CJ could rap a verse. That would be great. But yeah, so I need to maybe practice that song and do video of that. I could maybe do that, but I don't know if I'll get to it. I just haven't felt musical. Except for like when I'm just, silly singing. I silly sing on a constant basis, even when I'm all by myself. I'm constantly singing at the animals or singing about what I'm doing. A lot of the songs, actually not a lot, a few of the songs I've written have come from me just being in my kitchen, singing some dumb thing. And then it became a song. Yes, happy birthday weekend to Christina. Boop, boop, Taurus season. Boop, boop, Taurus season. I like Tauruses. They're slower than me. That's why I like them. They seem to take longer to make decisions than I do sometimes. Michelle, I don't have anything for a verse yet. That's the whole point. I wrote the chorus. That's all I got. I did a video, and my eyes looked brown in the video. I was like, whoa, why are my eyes so dark? That's what I'd look like if I had brown eyes. Anyways, guys, I'm just rambling at this point. I did make it an hour. And I'm thinking about doing After Dark tomorrow night. I want to find something good. Like, I want to get into some, like, girl talk, but not, like, personal girl talk. Michelle, I just sang the chorus, so you can just... you can just rewind it. Yes, Khaleesi, but when Taurus gets behind you, that's true. True. All right. Well, maybe someday Chad and I will collaborate in a world far, far away. We don't see much of them. He did put up a video on his little channel. He's doing like studio music stuff and things. I was gonna try to follow that, but it immediately was well over my head, and I was like, oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, Michelle, I'm sorry that's work for your brain. You're demanding, so you can do the work. Because I don't care. Love you, though. Yes, Christina. If you want to come do some girl talk, let's do that. Let's do it. We just need to try to find a time that Cassidy and Bocce don't go live. It's hard to do After Dark in the day, but I guess we could. I mean, we could work it out. But yeah, if you're down, maybe you could check in with those two ladies and see if they had something planned. You know, I know Cassidy, I know neither one of those girls ever really plans their lives. They're just kind of like, I'm ready, go, which is fine. But it would be good to know if they were planning to maybe ready go even. But yeah, definitely down for some girl talk. If you have some ideas, that would be cool. You could let me know. I could look up for some stuff. I haven't, that one after dark we did that I was like, we're getting into the girl talk. That one was so good. I had so much fun in that one. I felt like I could really share my experience. So yeah, Michelle, you're too high maintenance for me, girl. But I'm really good at saying no. So it's okay. We can still be friends. I am a pretty quick with decision making. I don't know what you mean by all that business. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you all on your merry little ways for the rest of your Saturday afternoon / evening / tomorrow if you're Gelth. Is it morning? I don't know what time it is where Gelth's at, but I know it's probably tomorrow. So, because he lives in the future. So, have fun in the future. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. And keep an eye out for After Dark tomorrow. Sending love to you all.
Kynny, Vixen, Coddiwomple Convos, give it a listen. Kynny, Vixen, what you talking about?